Welcome back to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for another tagged video. This one is long overdue as I was tagged in it probably a couple weeks ago. And I didn't realize it. I was tagged. Well, I wasn't tagged. Or was I tagged? I can count it as a tag. I was mentioned in a couple of Tarot Tubers videos a couple weeks ago. One being Amy of Intuitive Whispers and Jack of Jack Greenwood Tarot. So this is a video response to both of them mentioning me as some of their favorite tarot tubers to watch. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because we got like 45 minutes of just space of me looking at these stones and then try to get into it. So this is called the mid-year check-in that Amy renamed to the Midway Catchup. And we're just going to go through some prompts. It's 15 prompts to see exactly what I can come up with. I thought that once I read the questions, I thought I was going to be able to answer any of these because, yeah, let's just get to it so you can know. What has been my go-to deck in 2026? And this is one of the reasons why I was saying I wasn't sure if I was going to be answering this because I have not done readings for 2026. I did one for my mother, and I started the year off doing readings for the new year, and then something happened where I didn't get to complete those. So, and that's mainly dealing with my mental health, why I couldn't come back and complete those videos. If you've been around here a while, you know that I took 4 years off of this channel, which is one reason why my channel has been here on YouTube for so long, but hasn't grown because I had a 4-year break. And then I had to come back. So I'm back. And yeah, so I haven't done really any readings. But I would say that the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is an older deck, I would consider it to be an older deck now, is my go-to tarot. And the reason why I say this is because I pretty much use it in every video. In my series that I'm doing right now, my walkthrough tarot, I'm trying to make sure I keep these cards in order so I won't mess up my series. This deck appears. This deck normally appears in every reading that I do, but at least in my series, some of the decks I've been switching out, but the Everyday Witch has remained consistent. This is one of my favorite Wheel of Fortune cards in any deck because the choices that here is basically like spin the wheel. So when I do a reading with these, my brain is like whatever I focused on first on this wheel, that's the thing that I'm highlighting in the reading. I just love these cards, the Everyday Witch Tarot. And it doesn't look like I use my decks often. I just am very gentle with them, so to speak. Because I treat a lot of them like art, you know. So the Everyday Witch Tarot will forever be in my collection. And I may need to buy another one. I don't know why I only own one of these. I think they have a mini version out now. I haven't dealt with mini cards yet, so I don't know if I want the mini or just get another one like this. I'm not sure why this deck isn't worth more than what it is. But artwork is by Elizabeth Alba, and I simply adore this deck. I get the best readings with those. It's pretty consistent with the messages that come through. So yeah, Everyday Witch Tarot, that is my go-to deck for 2026, and as far as has been my go-to deck as long as I've been doing, ever since I bought it, put it that way. Deborah Blake is the actual author of the deck itself, but the artwork, Elizabeth Alba, is the illustrator. The most recent deck that I acquired would be an Oracle deck, and it will be the Odd Little Tarot. I just did a video on this yesterday or the day before yesterday. I'll tag it. It'll be, up in the card section. I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm trying to make sure my ring light don't hit it because this is a shiny coated laminated deck. Scholar. At first, I wasn't sure if I liked the bookworm better or the scholar. Because, like I say, I'm really into books. But as I went through these cards again, overwhelmed has moved up there. Has moved up there. I've been telling everybody that the bookworm has been my favorite, but the overwhelmed is really moved up for me. Because, yeah, it's just, I don't know, her quiet chaos, I'm loving. I don't know, I feel like I relate to every single one of these cards. This is by the Modern Goddess Company. When I went onto her Etsy page, she had like 8 left. I'm not sure she's going to do a reprint. The tune-up, we did talk about the tune-up, so I love that. And I am a collector of albums. I'm not in the right room right now, and I know if I go in the front of the house right now, the dog is going to wake up. It's 5 a.m. here. So I won't go show you my album collection, but I still collect albums, and I still have a turntable. Yeah, I love this. This is my newest deck that I acquired after I said I wasn't going to buy any more. Yeah. Okay, if you could have any deck, indie or mass market, out of print, what would it be? I don't have a picture of this deck. I don't believe. I don't. So, I said in the last video that I'm going to insert an image here. Bam, it's going to be inserted. So I said Trish James deck, Prediction Oracle, was one of the ones that I wanted to get, but I thought it cost too much. Considering that the deck that I just purchased was 32 cards and I paid $60 for it, I think I'm going to finally break down and buy a Trish James deck. She has like over 100 cards in her decks, and they're like $70, $80. If I could pay $50 for 32 cards, I could pay $80 for 100. So I'm going to finally break down and buy one of her decks. And I've always wanted that freaking Prediction Oracle. But I was just on Intuitive Whispers channel just a hot second ago. I'm really just a hot second ago. And she posted up another deck that Trish James just released. And it's called the Case Clarifier. I'm not one who does case clarification like the Intuitive Whispers does. I want to learn that practice. I want to see if I have that skill set, but I just haven't dipped into it yet. So I'm tagging Intuitive Whispers video here so y'all can go over and watch the flip through. This is a tarot plus oracle. So there's tarot on one side, you flip the card, and there's oracle on the back. It is a stunning freaking deck, and I just put it in my collection. Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy it as soon as I finish this video. I'm buying it today. Intuitive Whispers, Amy, girl, you feeding my addiction. Every time she posts a Trish James deck, I'm like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. That deck is stunning. I love it. Yeah, so that's the deck that if I could have any deck, indie or mass market, out of print, what would it be? That Case Clarifier by Trish James. I know I wanted the Prediction Oracle, but I think I want the Case Clarifier more right now. That's the deck that I want, and that's the deck that I'm going to get today. Okay, I'm going to get it today. Show us your favorite crystals. Okay, my crystals are always in the video. I told you guys before, I have no idea what some of these crystals are. I really don't. I think this is a jade. Lapis Lazuli. I want to say this is amethyst. Citrine. Rose quartz. Clear quartz maybe. This may be citrine as well because it has like a little yellow tint to it. I'm not sure. But it's not as yellow as that one. Cerulean, I believe. Something with an H. Him or something, I think. This little pink one here, this might be rose quartz too. I don't know. I want to say one of these is moonstone. I think this one is just glass. I don't even think I think it's just really just glass. And I know I'm missing two because my best friend bought me one. And I don't know where it's at. I probably have it tucked somewhere because sometimes I put them places to bring me energy in certain areas. And I think that's what it is. So I'm not sure what these are. Y'all can tell me what those are if y'all know the names of them. I just love stones and gems. I understand a lot of them have a different energy readings that can help you ground yourself and things of that nature. And it's only a few of them that I actually use for that purpose. But these here, they are merely here for decoration. I just love to look at them. I had a red hema. Oh goodness, what was it called? I had this really big red rock back in the day. I wish I could show you what it is. If I find a picture of it, I'm gonna stick it in here too. You can see the picture. And somebody told me that it was just glass, like this one is just glass. And so I don't know. I think somebody got rid of it, but I remember I found it and it was huge. And see how these little fossilings inside of there, those little, with the earth embedded inside of the rock. This is the only reason why it makes me know that this is a legitimate stone. Then I remember that big glass red thing they claim was just glass, had that in it too. And I went to go look it up to see what type it was, or if I was tripping, if I remember that, because I was like 9 years old when I found it, and I held it for probably until I was about 20 something. I think I did several moves, like to California, to Japan, and somewhere along the way it got lost. But that doggone thing costs like $500 now. It's worth a lot of money because it's very rare. I wish I still had it. And I just found it in a random parking lot in the middle of the city, in St. Louis. So some place that you probably wouldn't think you would see those, but St. Louis has like the Merrimack Caverns nearby, and underneath a lot of the homes in the black neighborhoods, the homes were built on top of caves and on top of landfills and things of that nature. So it's very possible that that could exist in the area that I lived in. We just weren't aware of it. But this is my stone collection. I don't have any more. I don't really. I think this is the only one that I bought, I believe. Maybe this one. I might have bought this one too. But everything else that I have here have been gifted to me. They've either been gifted to me via tarot decks. They came with the tarot deck. They may have came while I was shopping in a metaphysical store. They may have given it to me as a gift. But other than that, I don't remember where these came from. I don't remember where these. I think somebody might have gave this to me. That's why I'm thinking this is a moonstone, because that's at least what they told me. I found out that a lot of the stones that I have, the names that people told me when they gave them to me, don't match the names that these actually are. And I do have a deck that I thought was going to help me identify what these stones were, but it was a lie too. So a lot of times people be throwing names on stuff that they don't know what it is, and I'm one of them people. I don't know. So don't get me to lying. I don't know the benefits of these things, but I do know that this particular one here, that I want to say this one, I could be wrong, but this could be a grounding stone, because every time that I had a bracelet with these on it, I broke my bracelet. Every time I wear it, I feel sleepy. I feel like I'm dragging. I feel like it's pulling my gravity to the earth. And sometimes I do it on purpose. I would get it just so I could just peace out, just relax out. Almost like a drug type feeling. Same thing with like copper. I used to love wearing copper. And I don't have any copper right now, just to help ground me and center me and keep me balanced. So I'm thinking, which I collect a lot of pennies. So, which I'm thinking that if this is the same one that was on that bracelet, I think that's what it is. But those are my crystals. And I have some that's on some necklaces. I'm going to show y'all those in a minute when we get to that section. How many YouTube videos have you created in 2026? Currently 24 for this channel. No, this video makes 25. This video makes 25 for this channel. Now, I told you I was on boom, I can't talk. Intuitive Whispers channel. And when I was looking at the video that she tagged me from, I could have sworn that she said she's done 600 videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amy, if you watch this video. 600 in 2026? The year is only halfway over. Woo! Now, I know she has another channel. So if I included my other channel as well, my other channel has nothing to do with tarot. It is I recap and review TV shows and movies and talk about politics and news and some current events with maybe some celebrity news, but not much. That's what my other channel does. I have like 3,500 subscribers on that channel. So I do a lot of videos. And at the beginning of this year, I was doing like 4 or 5 videos a week. So I don't know how many I have on that channel. But as far as this channel is concerned, I've only did, this one included, 25 this year. I've only put 361 videos on the channel since this channel's began, since 2019. But again, I took a 4-year break off the channel. Wow, that sounds like a lot. 4 years. I did take a 4-year break off the channel. 361 videos altogether, 25 this year, including the one we're doing right now. All right, favorite jewelry that you wear when doing readings or just everyday wear. Okay, y'all will see in every video of mine, my little watch, my Garmin watch. I like watches, but you only have seen my Garmin watch because I have developed a lot of health concerns over the years. And I've been trying to keep in shape. So this is like, has my activity on it. It tracks my sleep. It tracks my heart rate because I have afibrillation. So the top of my heart beats 4 times faster than the bottom of my heart. And sometimes I have such vivid dreams. I told y'all when I first started this channel that I do a lot. I have a lot of dreams. So I do dream interpretation as well. I guess I could throw that in when I get to the end here too. One of those questions about other tools that I use. I do dream interpretation as well. And I have such vivid dreams that I feel them. Which one of the reasons why I left St. Louis, because I was having dreams about nightmares. I was having nightmares about drive-bys on me, and my whole family was getting killed. And the crazy thing was the family that was always getting killed in that video, we all didn't live together in St. Louis. So, but I moved us all here in 2018 to Florida, the gun state, yeah. but I have felt safer in Orlando than I have in St. Louis. But my dreams are so vivid that I wake up and I feel what happened in a dream. So like I was getting shot up in a dream and I will wake up and I will still feel like the bullets were riddling through my chest. And my heart rate will speed up because of that, and I can't get it to slow down. And for years I kept telling the doctors I'm having palpitations, this, that, and the other, and they told me it was in my fucking head. Told me I was crazy. And then like 2 years ago I had an episode where I actually passed out. My heartbeat was like 300 beats a minute. They told me. I don't know how one would survive doing that shit, but I'm not having a heart attack. It's just that my heart's racing from the afibrillation. So I use my tracker to help monitor my heart rate. If you have one of these and you use it for the same purpose, just know that if it drops too low, that doesn't mean that your heart has slowed down. It means that your heart is beating so fast that it cannot register how fast it's beating. And that's happened to me a couple times. The very first time I thought that my heart had just slowed down because it went down to 39 beats a minute. I was like, am I fucking dead? And no, it was just, I learned through the Garmin support that, because I was like, something wrong with my fucking watch. They was like, no, your heart's just beating so fast and it couldn't register it, so it drops down to still try to alert you in some way to seek medical attention. So I keep this watch on now, but I love watches. I love timepieces. I just wish they would make like beautiful sports watches or activity trackers in beautiful timepieces. Italian wine watches, Movado. I love those watches, things like that. Okay, so that's something that you will see almost in every video. If you don't see it on my wrist, it's only because it's giving me a jacked up tan line. So I've been trying to get my melanin back. I took it off the other day, but if I don't see it on my wrist, it's still on my body. I probably got it stuck in my bra some doggone where. just to keep it close to somewhere where it's picking up my heartbeat. I didn't realize this video was going to be this long, but we finna roll with it. So, other pieces of jewelry. I wear these types of little man-made bracelets all the time. It could be $1, they could be $5. I could make it myself. If a kid come on the street and tell me they want me to buy one, I'm gonna buy it because I just freaking love them. I have a plethora of these, and surprisingly, this is the only one I can find right now. I have a plethora of these. And I usually may have them on my ankle while I'm doing the reading, but I do usually tend to keep them on my wrist as well. Like I said, I had one that had all the different stones on it, but I had them for like chakra purpose. And then it was surrounded by these stones at the end, just for the purpose of grounding. But I usually just use them for beautification because I like gems. I am attracted to gems. So I'm dropping stuff over here. This is another one of my favorite pieces. It's the Tree of Life, and it's made with gems as well. And it's intentionally, I believe this is supposed to have been, I thought it was supposed to be in the chakra, but I don't think it is. But I know this is the Tree of Life. So this is another piece that I like to wear often. What did I just drop? I'm always dropping something, and I don't know what I just dropped. So, boom, there it is. Okay, I have a fascination with astrology in the universe, specifically planets. God dog it, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Specifically planets, but the moon and the stars just grabs my heart. So I have this one here. I believe I bought that from somebody who sells Wiccan pieces. I'm trying to pick up the stuff I dropped, y'all. What did I drop? Dagnabbit. Okay, so I believe I bought this from somebody who creates Wiccan pieces. But I just love the fact that it had the North Star and the crescent moon on it. So yeah, I wear this often. I have a shirt that matches it all as well. These are not real diamonds. I don't buy diamonds. So here's another emblem I will switch out also. This came as part of a set. I'm not sure if those are real stones inside there, but I just love that. I thought it was beautiful. So that. And then as far as the set goes, this is part of the same set. They all came with the same set. I know I bought this set in here. I just bought this off of Amazon. So has the sun and then the moon. I'm not sure what these gemstones or crystals are, or if they're even real. The whole set only cost me $12, and it was like, I think, 10 pieces. Don't ask me where all the pieces are at right now, because I don't freaking know. Okay, here's another one. So, this was part of the same set. But there's more. There was an eye that came with it. Like the peacock's eye. And I want to say, did my Tree of Life come with this set? I think the Tree of Life came with this set. Because if I look at the stones in it, I think these are the same. Yeah, I think the Tree of Life did come with it. So those are some of the ones I interchange out. I like gold and I like gems, like I said. This is this is crystals, Swarovski crystals. Like I said, I don't really buy diamonds. I like Swarovski, but this was a gift to me by my daughter. Probably the only Mother's Day gift that she bought me that was jewelry. And this will never go anywhere. This like holds, I just love the way the light hits that. This will hold a beautiful place in my heart. always and forever. And then outside of watches, I usually always have on a pair of these hoop earrings. They kind of look the same, but they're actually different. See, this clasp is different than this clasp. You see how that dips down? That's different. Yeah. The way that these again are crystals, because I don't buy diamonds. I think ever since I watched the movie Blood Diamond, I stopped buying diamonds. But I will buy me a Swarovski crystal. So yeah, it has the crystal inlay on the inside. This one doesn't, but it's still like half crystal all the way around. So you may see these in my ears, and I think I got some studs too, but I'm not sure where they are right now. Then the next thing I have is, I like bracelets too. This one has my real name on it. My mama does call me Poetry, so that's why you hear Poetry too as a nickname. But my mama does call me Poetry, and again, some more just gold pieces. I like big chunky. I like Cuban link. I like links. I love herringbones. I don't own a herringbone anymore. And I used to have a lot of rings, but just give y'all a little bit about my life. I love gold. I just love gold. Just a little bit about my life. I had a boyfriend that ended up doing crack, and he stole all my rings. Again, another one with crystals in it. Can y'all see that? Can you see the detailing on it? Whether my light is hitting it funky. I don't know. And he stole all my rings. That was back in 1984. I have not bought another ring since. Again, crystals. Have not bought another ring since. And oh, this is another necklace. I wanted to show all my necklaces at the same time, but it kind of matches this set. Like I say, I love me a good link, Cuban link, whatever type of link. Yeah. So those are all the jewelry pieces that I may have on during the video. And yeah. All right. We're just moving on. A special item on your tarot reading desk or space. I don't have anything special on my desk or space. Everything on my desk or space is books, tarot cards. Y'all see them in the back of the videos a lot, my crystals. So I'm going to tilt my camera up, and I'm going to say this photo. Come on, rise on up, rise to the occasion. This photo right here, that is the special, not photo, this is an oil painting. This is a special thing that I have near my tarot space. She looks nothing like me, but she is me. I don't know, I just feel like she has a very calm demeanor about herself. She has a very inquisitive look in her eye. There's desire and fire in there as well. I do create skincare products. Same thing as Amy. Hey, girl, Amy. Both of us create skincare products and oils. I also create lip gloss. So I always thought the lip gloss, like, that's the what color she has on is one of my favorite colors of my creation, of my lip glosses that I create. You don't see me with them on all the time because you don't even see me on camera a lot. I love the head wrap. I love the inclusion of the African textiles. And then I made the choice to put it in this wood frame. The beaded bracelet on her wrist there. Everything about this image I love, and it just brings me peace and solitude. And I have a lot of black oil paintings. This one I hope to never lose. I hope it never gets destroyed. I don't even think the author, whose name is Dexter, I don't even think he creates them anymore. Oh, yeah, I love that piece. I love that piece. All right, let's bring it on back down. I did bring it back down too far. I did. Let's bring it up a little bit more. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one. What deck has been a hug or a deck that brings you comfort this year? A deck that's been a hug or that brings me comfort this year. Wow. 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 Being that I have not used a lot of decks this year, I don't think I have one for this. Because my everyday witch is still my tried and true. I haven't really bought a lot of decks this year. Hugs and comfort. Yeah. Um, I'm going to say I don't have one yet for this year. Okay, so do you have a soul deck? If so, what it is? Now, soul deck is something that you deeply connect to. I believe this is what they were hinting at. And I'm going to say, this is going to be weird. I'm going to say that a deck that has not been created yet is my soul deck. I know what it looks like. I know what I want. And I know what joy it brings me just thinking about it. And I have a puzzle, which I showed this puzzle before. This is the cards that are supposed to be in the deck. This is the major arcana cards that are supposed to be in the deck. The creator is still working on this deck. The last time that she did anything with it, though, was 2025. January 2025, she announced that the major arcana was complete. And I think I went to her, Bridget Ashwood is the name of the creator. She's an artist as well. I went to her Instagram and I was like, still impatiently waiting on this deck. And she was like, I appreciate it. But this deck right here is a work in progress. And I feel that way about I relate it to being a soul deck because I feel that way about my mate. Yes, I'm single. I'm divorced before. I've been married before, but I am single, and I still don't think I found my soulmate yet. Like I think I know who he is. I know what he looks like, what he wants, what he should be. He just hasn't manifested for me yet, and that's how I feel about this deck. This deck hasn't manifested for me yet, and so this is why I'm calling it my soul deck. I do have a couple of images I try to print out. What some of the cards look like up close. It doesn't. My picture doesn't do it justice because I've run out of ink on my printer. But yeah, this right here, this deck. Whenever Bridget Ashwood creates this deck, I don't care if it could be 10 years from now, I am going to get it because I believe this deck may be my soul deck. All right, so yeah, kind of weird. I know I'm a weirdo. Besides cards, what other divination tools do you use? So I wanted to bring back one of my necklaces that I talked about with the gemstones in them that I bought a set of. I believe this is one of the things that I use as well as a pendulum, and it gives me yes or no answers. I did a small short on it. I'll tag the short, but I use this. Let's see if I can do something here. So usually when I say give me a yes, it'll go in a circle. A no will be a straight line, and then I don't know usually be still. But let's see. I moved too much. Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't not moving. Show me a yes. And there she goes in a circle. All right, let's see. So, what other divination tools I use besides cards? Now, I know you said besides cards, but these are cards. I use my Uno cards. I use this for numerology. I use this for color connection, color energy, feng shui, so to speak. But I use Uno cards. Let me see what else I use. Besides, I use this rolling die to kind of help me determine focal points as well. I used to use it in connection with this one. This came out of the Seen It game. So if I was to roll that and I get this image here, it tells me this is something that we need to look more into. This one is a mystery, something that we need to investigate, discover, something we need to talk about, ask questions about. This is a warning symbol, something that we need to be warned about. This is a record, something that we need to listen, pay more attention to. This is something we need to see for ourselves. Something that gives us hope. You know, that's what I use this for. So that. What else do I use besides cards? I use my charms. I got a whole video about what these charms are. This is just a few of them. I try to rotate in and out some of my charms, but like this little keepsake book here. The photographer, again. Kodak picture in a moment. This battery, this is a symbol of energy. I'm trying to just show you some little random ones. This clip holding shit together. I have never been able to get this thing open. All the years I've had this little clip, I had an ID attached to it, but somehow the ID broke off. But this clip itself does not open. Holding stuff together. The boyfriend that I talked about, this was the engagement ring that he gave me. It's one of the only rings he didn't steal, and it's all damaged and bent, just like that relationship was. So, and then I have my old engagement ring. So when I pull these, this is symbolizing commitment or relationship. This is trouble in the waters or something like that. So yeah, these are some of the things I have. I use a lot of game pieces. Monopoly games, Seen It games. Then I just have some regular old charms that I bought off the internet. Some stuff I just found. This one, I lived in Costa Rica for 3 weeks for my study abroad, and all of our friends, we got together and we put sands from the beach. They had black sand. We put it into a little glass and we brought this back with us, symbolize our friendship. The chain broke off, but I still have the little thing signifying togetherness, time, era of your life, a moment. And then I fucking hate black jelly beans. I hate black licorice. And so this one right here, it's been in this charm bowl forever. And it's a symbol to me, if I pull it, it's something of disgust. Something that puts a bad taste in your mouth. It's taking flight, Halloween, rest in peace. Signature of something ending, something possible death or passing, finances, something like that. So yeah, I got a piece of lint on my hand that is bothering me. Another broken relationship. When I started this charm bowl, this piece used to be all one piece, and the guy who gave it to me lived in Canada, but yeah, that whole thing fell apart too, just like this little thing. And he didn't have real fucking crystals in here like he told me it was. They like this. These little stones are turned black and crap. Yeah, very soiled relationship. So, yeah, charm bowl. Okay. So when I really get back into doing videos again, you'll probably see the charms pop out. Probably see the pendulum pop out. You definitely see the Uno cards in there. And yeah, okay. What new 2026 deck release are you most excited for? That's going to go back to that Trish James deck. And yeah, other than that, I don't really look forward to decks. I don't be paying attention to when decks are releases. I happen to go to you guys' channel and I see that you have a new deck and I'm like, oh shit, let me add it to my cart. And then I don't buy it. But most times I'll do so. But the Trish James deck, I'm excited for that one. Yeah. What was it called again? The Case Clarifier. Um, a great tarot book you have read or will recommend this year. I don't read tarot books. Are we talking about the books that come inside the decks like these? Never read them in my life. I thumbed through them to give me like some good information about the card itself if I need help on that. Or I may check through the book to see if there are maybe some spreads in the back, things like that. But as far as sitting down reading the whole book cover to cover, I've never done it. And I'm probably missing out on some of that. But what I have found, because I have started trying to read some of them, and most of the ones I've started to try to read, they seem like big prefaces. A fiction, take a fiction book, and at the beginning of the fiction book, the author is describing how they came to their process and what ideas they got to come up with that story. That's what I have found that most tarot books have been, is a big preface. The whole book is just a foreword about whatever the deck is about. And like I said, there may be some intriguing storylines in there. I just have not cared to know or to look at them. Yeah, sorry. So I can't recommend anything. However, I read a lot of fiction books. And this one here, I printed it out because it's not even available yet. The Death Card is a fiction story that is dealing with tarot and magic and spells by Jasmine Smith. It is due to be released. I am actually entered in a giveaway to see if I can get this book on print. It is available right now in digital. Even though I have a Kindle, I'm not really a digital book reader. It's on Audible. I don't really listen to audio books. I like to have books in my hand and read, hold them, smell them. Like I will live in a library type situation. So yeah, this book I am waiting for. So I don't know if I could recommend it or not because I haven't read it. I don't want to read the summary really about it either. I just want to be surprised. But yeah, The Death Card by Jasmine Smith is coming out in print. It is available right now in digital. That is a book that I plan on reading soon. Even if I don't win the contest ends July 15th. I'm going to go ahead and buy the book. So, yeah, I don't have any books that I can recommend. I can't sit here and say that the guidebook in the Wizard's Tarot is awesome because of the storyline. And I do see a lot of people who do read them. And they feel that way. They're like, oh, this is the best guidebook ever. Or Kanya, the guidebook, it's mainly in French, but it has like the English interpretations as well. So, yeah, for the most case, I just go through and possibly see if I can learn any more about the card itself or what the creator wanted me to know about the card. But as far as like reading it, like for interest, I don't do that. I hate reading textbooks. So, and I'm talking about like schoolwork type textbooks. So they bore me after a certain while. Like I know I'm supposed to be retaining knowledge, but I don't lean into it like that. Okay. Pull a card from a deck you haven't used in a while and see what message it has for you. Being that I have not did readings in a long time, for real. Most of my decks are decks I haven't used in a while, with the exception of ones I'm using in my series. So I'm going to try not to pull any deck that I'm not using in my series. Oh, one other thing that's on my desk space, special item for me, I guess would be my journal. This is going back, I went all the way back to question 7. My little journal. It has the very first reading that I ever did in it, June 19th, 2019. And I go back from time to time to see if I still feel the same way about those cards, or if I did that reading again, if I would still get the same response or message. Okay, so this deck is not a tarot deck. It is an oracle deck. But because it has tarot in the name, I'm going to use this one. The Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. One of my favorite decks. I usually use this deck when I'm doing my vision boards, which I was supposed to do this year, and I still haven't done it. Dang nabbit. I told y'all every deck has a love card. Every deck. Every deck. So, am I supposed to be just pulling a card? Pull a card from your deck you haven't used in a while. Alright. A lot of tarot people hate us bridge shufflers. But that's how I shuffle. So, I don't have the hands to do that overhand thing. I don't have the hands for that. Especially when you're dealing with oracle cards. Let's see. Message for me. Message it has for me. Okay, let's just go with this top card. See what message it has for me. Share the love. So for me, I am supposed to share the love. And I think I am on a journey of doing that, especially with my intuitive walkthrough tarot card videos, the series. I'm sharing my love of the tarot cards and what I know about them and how I feel about them. I still have, like I said, another YouTube channel that I share my love for for film and TV. And I was doing book reviews. I wanted to start doing book reviews on there. But I was going to include it in that channel because it's basically a recap and review of the book itself. I started off with Kamala Harris, 107 Days. So, and as far as just love from the heart, I'm waiting on my person. I'm waiting on that person so because I got a lot of love to give. I do. I've always had a lot of love to give. Even though I've given a whole lot of love over the years that has not been replenished, I still got a lot of love to give. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this year, maybe I'll have someone to share that love with other than my family members. But yeah, share the love. That's my message. Okay. And what are some goals for your channel moving forward in 2026? I only have one goal really, and that's to try to be more consistent as far as putting out videos on the channel. I don't want to make this channel seem too niche. I think when I first started my YouTube journey, I was trying to have my channel be like everybody else's as far as what they were doing, putting up the pick a card readings, doing it so often, gearing towards this video was for the Virgo in you, things of that nature. And I even though I do readings like that, that has not been my passion for this channel. I think what makes my other channel just a little bit more successful than this one, is the consistency and just being myself, just being authentic about what I'm talking about and the things that I want to share with you. And I think that's my main goal is one, being consistent, at least giving you at least one video a week. That's my consistency, be in one video a week. But my main goal is to stay as authentic as I can in regards to what I'm giving you on this channel. Yeah, if I'm stuck in my hermit mode, just come share with you why you're not seeing me right now. Like I said, I just went through like a mini mental break. I have so much going on in my life outside of just doing tarot. I have not, when I said I haven't done readings on the channel, I haven't done readings for people outside of the channel either. So sometimes I have a lot of readings on the channel. Matter of fact, did I count those videos? Yeah, I did count those videos because I haven't did any personal readings this year. I have a lot of readings on my channel that you don't see. Because I deliver my readings to people via YouTube, and I make it a private video. And if they allow me to, then I will open up that private reading so that others can see it. So I have a whole playlist called Private Readings or something like that that I've done for other people. So you can kind of see my reading style there. Or after 2 years, if they don't care, then I release the video. So you may see videos that may have like 1 or 2 views. Those are the private readings that were private for people that didn't want to share until that 2-year mark had hit. Things like that. But yeah, so that's it. So some of my goals for moving forward, I'm going to start being more consistent. I want to bring back my intentional tarot readings. Like every Saturday, I used to do a reading for us to set the intentions for the week. And explain exactly some things we could focus on during the week to help make our lives better. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. Since I know for a fact that I'm not using this deck, the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot deck, I'm not using it in my series. I know all the cards are in here. That's a horrible shuffle. All the cards are in here, and they are not necessarily. I hope I didn't put these back like in suit sequence, because then, yeah, kind of. Hope I didn't put them back in suit sequence. Let's see. This is Sunday after all. And I usually put the videos up on Saturday, so when Sunday comes around, we can start that intention. So, and I usually do 1, 2, 3 tarot, and then I usually do at least 1 or 2 or 3 oracle to go with it. And I'm usually riding in my car doing these, which is not safe to do. So don't tarot and drive, but I do it a lot. Since I had like the car accidents that I've had, no fault of my own, people hit me each time, then I don't try to tarot and drive as much as I used to. And this is the oracle message that would go along with the tarot. I didn't realize this video was going to be so long. Hey, if you watch it all the way through, you're a real MVP. I appreciate you. I missed something. I did. Who are some of my favorite tarot tubers to watch? So what I'm getting these cards for, let me get through them. I skipped that. This video is all over the place. Number 12. Who are some of the favorite tarot tubers to watch? Ikale Sunflower. I'll kind of watch her because I love the dolls in her tarot bags. I just love watching those. So that is, I'm only going to mention new people right now, or newer people, because I feel like in the last 3 tags that I've done, we've always brought up what tarot tubers I'm watching. And I told y'all before, I don't watch a lot of people anymore. But I have met some new people here on YouTube over the past couple months that, have drawn me into their channels. And so I'm going to just mention like 5 of those. So Akale Sunflower, I love her dolls, her bags, her tarot bags, the journals that she presents. I love watching her channel, even if she's showing just like a video of the cards or the decks that she's reviewing, the bags that she keeps them in. I love to see what those are. Antoinette Tarot, yes. I love her appreciation for art. So I'm probably going to be like inputting their faces here. I love her appreciation for art. Watching her channel for me is like going to an art history museum. By her being in the UK, I believe some of her decks I haven't seen before. I'm not sure if they're available in the United States or not. But just to go to her channel and to see these different decks and the way she appreciates the art on the deck is such a beautiful experience for me. It's like going into a museum and having a tour guide who deeply loves what they do. And yeah, Antoinette Tarot. And by the way, Antoinette is my best friend's mother's name. And I believe I saw somebody call you Tony in the comments before. And the best friend, her nickname is Tony also. Her name is Tony. And her mother's Antoinette. Yeah. So anyhow, Jack Greenwood Tarot. I have just absolutely fell in love with Jack Greenwood. Again, he's one of the people who tagged me for this video. First of all, outside of tarot, I am obsessed with his tone of voice. He is such a calming spirit. He's like a wave, a gentle wave crashing on the seashore. Just listen to his voice. I love his collection of tarot cards. I love that he's an artist, and his art that he creates. And I'm a puzzle fanatic. If you ever decide to do a puzzle with one of your artworks, hit me up, Jack, because I would love to buy one. Yeah. Intuitive Whispers, Amy, again, one of the other people who mentioned me in her video. Outside of her tarot readings, I am very interested in hearing more about her own personal stories. I got to learn a little bit about her doing her positivity tag and some other tag videos as well. But I would love to hear more about her personal story and her deck creations. She is creating some oracle decks that I just think is just beautiful concepts, and the ideas that she has putting into those decks, I'm loving every bit of it. I cannot wait until she has one released for me to buy, and I most likely will be over there shopping like crazy as well, buying decks that I said I'm not going to buy. Non-basic bitch for real. First of all, her fucking name, okay, non-basic bitch for real, is goddamn awesome. Kelly is her name. She has some of the most interesting decks that I have ever seen. She lives right here in the U.S., I believe, with me, and I'm like, I ain't never seen this deck before. Her collection is just bomb. And I'm quite sure me and her are kinfolk. We kinfolk some kind of way. We don't know how. If we did DNA test, we probably find out we got the same bloodline, some doggone where. But yeah, that's my internet girl. That's my cousin right there. Okay. Yeah. So those 5 people are the only ones I'm going to mention right now. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you watching this video. I didn't know it was going to be an hour doggone long. Woo! Your girl could talk. All right. But thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share if you will, and subscribe to the channel. If you're going to do your own tag, I'm going to put the correct tags in the correct order in the description section. All right. Here we go. So our intentions. The King of Swords. Oh, don't tell me I didn't mix these decks so good. The King of Cups. And the 5 of Coins. Okay. So for the personal message that we're going to have moving forward this week, we are going to be very intentional about getting our finances in order. There's a lot of things going on in this world that are hindering our financial growth. People are scared and afraid of where their next dime is going to come from, and if they're going to be able to make it through to next year. And it's causing a very emotional journey. So what we're going to do is we're going to master our way of thinking. We can use or organize, or we can use a journal. We can use something to help us document and keep track of our finances and our goals that require money as well, to make sure that we are not going to end up destitute and despair. Because like sometimes our mentality can be what we're at a loss for. You know, being rich sometimes is considered to be like there's one thing to be financially rich, and there's one thing to be abundantly rich with other things in life that are not material, like love, like peace. So yeah, we're going to take mastering the things that can ground us in life, that financially can help us out in life as well. And we got to be mastering keeping our emotions in check of it. It's okay to cry. It's okay to break down. It's okay to even have a moment of worry. But we're not going to sit in it. We're not going to sit in it. We're going to master overcoming those things. And we're going to move forward and help us progress into a better state of being, whether it be financially speaking, whether it be mentally speaking, whether it be emotionally speaking. We're going to go forward with that and take steps this week. When we do our intentional journeys, it's for a week that we focus specifically on that thing. And sometimes we may have the topics come up over and over again, which means we haven't done our due diligence as far as focusing on it. So start this week, possibly by just documenting what things we need to do. Write down those goals. Yes, see, look at here with our oracle coming in combination with this reading here. Our new moon and tarot card tells us to set intentions for long-term stability and cultivate material abundance. Stability, prosperity, and grounding. All the things that we just talked about here in this pool is what our focus is going to be. And then we have the overflowing full moon. Your efforts culminate in abundance and success. Celebrate the overflowing rewards of your dedication. Again, we're dealing with abundance, completion, and celebration is what we're showing here. So we're going to take those steps. Like I say, this week, get out a piece of paper, break out your journals, get out a notepad, write it in your Google, whatever things online or your apps or whatever you use to document what you want to achieve long term. And we're going to write those things down so that way we can better manage our emotions when we are dealing with it. We can better see the goal ahead. Write them down and then write down a step on how we're going to start to get those things done. If you can start putting it in motion this week, that is beautiful. But right now, what we want to do is to organize and to find a way to manage and to begin the journey of success where we're walking out of this despair. We're setting those intentions for those long-term goals. We only have 6 months left in this year. What do we want to achieve by the end of this year? And if you keep that journal up, keep referring back to it on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, even for the rest of this month, even for the rest of this year, you can look back at that this 1 week where we sat down and we made a plan or put out an idea of what we want to achieve and at least one goal on how we're going to start to achieve it. Then our efforts are going to accumulate the abundance that we need, the success that we're trying to achieve, and celebrate it. Celebrate your small rewards. Celebrate your small successes that you have. To actually sit down and take a look at our lives and write it out on paper so we can see exactly where our journey is supposed to go, that in itself is an achievement. Okay? That is your intentional reading for the week. That's part of this doggone mid-year check-in. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.